Gerda Steyn is a living legend of ultra-distance running in this country. On Sunday, she won her second Comrades Marathon in stunning fashion, clocking a new down record of about 5 hours, 44 minutes and 54 seconds. She currently holds a total of 4 South African records and plans to get even better with more runs. This morning, Gerda joins us on the line via Zoom to chat to us about her incredible performance on the streets of KZN this past Sunday. Gerda, good morning, and thank you so much for making time to chat to us on the AM report. How do you reflect on your performance in Durban over the weekend?
Good morning, and good morning to everyone watching this morning. It's been just an absolute dream come true for me this past Sunday with the Comrades Marathon. Since 2019, when I won the up run, I've been dreaming about winning the down run as well and getting that record to my name. So being able to obtain that, the biggest dream that I've had for the longest time, it's an honor, and I'm just really, really pleased with the results.
Let's speak about that record, right? You broke Frith van der Merwe's record that stood for about 35 years of 5 hours, Gerda, 54 minutes and 43 seconds. And so much of the talk and the build-up to that Comrades Marathon, Gerda, was that you were going to break that record, but you downplayed that. Why did you do that?
I think that's maybe a mechanism that I use to stay focused and not to get too fazed by all the talk ahead of the race. The Comrades Marathon is a long, long way, and even though my preparation went according to plan and I felt prepared for the race, there's still so much that can go wrong on the race day. It's a long way from Pietermaritzburg to Durban, and I didn't want to focus purely on the record. Firstly, I wanted to win the race, and also the fact that there was a lot of talk about the record, it also motivated me in a way. Not so much just making me feel under pressure, but it felt to me that a lot of people thought that I was capable of doing it. And that encouragement is also what almost calmed me down. It was almost an opinion from thousands of people around me to say that it is possible for me to do that. So I felt really embraced by the support that I received before the race, and it didn't make me feel too under pressure.
When you say that preparations did not necessarily go according to plan, what do you mean? What happened?
No, I mean it went according to plan. It was a wonderful lead up to the race. I also ran the Two Oceans Ultra Marathon 8 weeks before the Comrades Marathon, and there was always the risk that the two races are quite close to each other. But even so, my preparation went really well, and for that I had confidence in myself, but again, it's still a long way, and you can easily pick up a virus or anything before the race. So it is really only done when you cross that finish line and see the clock. That's really when the reality only struck.
So you won the Two Oceans Marathon earlier this year in April, like you said. And the talk now, Gerda, is that many regard you as possibly one of the best ultra-female marathoners to come out of South Africa. You currently hold 4 records as well in South Africa. You've just won the down run, Comrades, in Durban over the weekend. Do you think, though, that you've reached a stage in your career where you personally believe that you are potentially one of the greatest to come out of this country, barring in mind and barring all the results that you've had in the build-up to the Comrades Marathon over the weekend?
I would never consider myself as the greatest. I think as an athlete, there's always that in the back of your mind, there's always that thought, perhaps you can go a little bit faster, perhaps you can improve yourself a little bit more. And the fact that Frith van der Merwe held this record for 34 years, she set the record before I was even born. And for me, that is such an achievement on its own. I've had 33 years of my life to catch up on information and lessons and technology and everything that has changed within those 34 years. And I will never consider myself as the greatest, but to be amongst those who's done incredible things for our country and has achieved athletic performances that will be remembered for many, many years is a really honor for me, and I'm humbled by that. But I also want to see more South Africans reaching for those records and going for times that's never been done before.
Let's talk about the fact that you've now joined a new running club. You're running in the colors of Patane Athletics Club that is based out in Durban, a club that concentrates a lot on unearthing new talent, African talent. Talk to me about why you decided to join this club and why it resonates with you so much.
That is correct. My new club, Pantani Athletics Club, based in KZN, is purely focused on developing athletes from previously disadvantaged backgrounds. The manager of the club, he takes the team and they go right into the rural areas and they go and look for talent from children from a young age. They go to schools, they go to talk to the young children and just raising awareness from a young age in those children. Because in South Africa, we've got a lot of talent. We are a talented nation. We've got so much going as a generation. Everything points that we have got a lot of talent, but it's very difficult to find it in our country. And also to not just find it, but develop it until you get to a stage where you can become a professional athlete. So for me, to join the Pantani Athletics Club, in the beginning it felt like a good fit, but I didn't realize how much it's going to change my perspective about running. It's an honor to help raise awareness for the club. I'm not here for the prestige or the reputation, but really to raise awareness for the work that they do and that they are trying to do even more in the rural communities in KZN. So for me joining the club, it's really about raising awareness and attracting perhaps others that feel the need and see the necessity to help out and to try and develop those athletes. Because for me, I feel like I won't be able to run for the rest of my life, but I want to leave a legacy and I want to know that I've done my part to make sure that we find the next generations of athletes in South Africa.
And it was also great to hear that you've donated part of your prize money for winning the Comrades Marathon to the club. But finally, before I let you go, let's talk about the races that you'll be running this year. Any more races lined up? I know you love running international races. Boston Marathon, Chicago. What are we expecting from you this year?
Absolutely, yes. I feel like I've still got a bit of time left for the remaining part of this year. Firstly, I'll make sure to recover well. It's been a very, very busy first 6 months of the year. So definitely a long and a really good rest, not only for the body, but also for the mind. Thereafter, I will start to prepare again a little bit, focusing on a little bit shorter distances. Having fun on the 10-kilometer races around that's going. There's a few race series that's hot and happening at the moment, so I would love to be a part of that. And my plan is then to run a marathon at the end of the year. I'll be running a marathon right at the end of the year, and my aim is to qualify for next year's Olympics in Paris.
Gerda Steyn, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the AM Report. Gerda Steyn has plans of course, competing in next year's Olympic Games in Paris, France. She'll be running a couple of races in the build-up to that as well.